The KWAMIS are a crucial part of the Miraculous, Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir universe, bringing magic and helping the heroes in every single battle. But have you ever wondered what secrets they're still hiding and have never revealed to anyone? Marinette's destiny. When someone becomes the guardian of the miracle box, they're not just getting a fancy title to put on a business card. They're taking on the mission of protecting all the magical jewels and choosing worthy holders for a lifelong job, without any vacations. This role is so demanding that the guardian basically gives up their personal life because, let's be honest, you can't exactly go to a family barbecue carrying the box and praying nobody spills coleslaw on it. When they retire, the Guardian loses every single memory connected to the Miraculous. This isn't just a sad little detail. It's a safety measure in case they're ever captured or corrupted. That's exactly what happened to Master Fu. When he passed the box to Marinette, he said goodbye not only to the responsibility, but also to all the memories of his time as Guardian. He even thinks he knows Marinette, but in his mind, they probably just met once in line at the bakery. Tikki, as the KWAMI of creation, might actually have the power to prevent this memory loss. But knowing Marinette, she's probably keeping that to herself, so the girl won't insist on keeping every memory, along with every trauma and sleepless night. To Tikki, forgetting might actually be an act of mercy. After all, carrying memories and Miraculous at the same time is way too heavy for a school backpack. It's not like Marinette is always at peace with her mission. Far from it. We've seen many times how much she struggles with having to hide the truth from everyone. In one episode, she even admitted she was tired of lying and never being able to truly be herself. That's exactly why Tikki might be keeping this secret. She knows that Marinette, with her huge sense of responsibility, would want to remember everything, even if that came with a free side of tears and dark circles under her eyes. Today, we're going to uncover all the secrets in Miraculous Ladybug. Come join us now for another video. A secret about Adrien. Plagg, the KWAMI of destruction, is basically the opposite of Tikki. While she's organized and full of energy, he's reserved, sarcastic, and has that cat vibe of always knowing more than he lets on. Plagg loves keeping secrets, has hidden important information many times, and even though he seems lazy and carefree, he's incredibly observant when it comes to Adrien. He notices every move, every look, and even the tiniest sigh from the boy, probably thinking to himself that these human kids are more complicated than a hot cheese sandwich. A perfect example of this happened in the episode with Nuru's birthday. The whole school was trying to figure out where he was, putting together clues and theories worthy of a detective episode. And what did Plagg do? Nothing. Literally nothing. He just didn't say a word and even pretended to be a plush toy. That move, besides being hilarious, shows that he doesn't fully trust Adrien, or at least prefers to keep a few cards up his sleeve. And of course, some extra cheese hidden for emergencies. Spending so much time with Adrien, Plagg has probably noticed something no one else has. Signs that the boy is actually a centimonster, a being created artificially with the Peacock Miraculous. Even with those suspicions, Plagg has never confirmed or denied anything. He might be protecting Adrien from the shock, waiting for concrete proof, or simply believing that revealing the truth could do more harm than good. After all, with Adrien's life already full of responsibilities, lies, and secrets, maybe a little extra mystery is the least of his problems. This all ties back to Adrien's origins and his family. Emily, his mother, faced serious infertility problems, and, in a desperate attempt to have a child, used the Peacock Miraculous, which, unfortunately, was broken. This not only explains Adrien's creation, but also his deep connection to Felix. However, using the defective Miraculous left Emily in an almost vegetative state, creating a huge emotional void in the Agreste family. Although Emily's past is still surrounded by mystery, her absence turned Gabriel's life into a constant parade of seriousness with the charm of a never-ending rainy day. For Adrien, this means growing up carrying the weight of responsibility, lacking maternal affection, and having to maintain a flawless facade, all while Plagg watches from the sidelines, probably mumbling something about cheese while planning his next prank. Duusu and Emily. Duusu, the Peacock KWAMI, was directly connected to Emily Agreste's story, not just as a passive observer. The Peacock Miraculous, when broken, isn't just a powerful jewel. It can cause extremely dangerous side effects, affecting both the holder and anyone emotionally connected to them. In Emily's case, there are strong indications that using this defective Miraculous is what left her in a coma, turning a dream of motherhood into a silent tragedy that marked the entire Agreste family. As a keeper of secrets and the complexities of the Miraculous, Duusu probably knows every detail of what really happened. But revealing the truth isn't a simple decision. For Felix or Amélie, close members of the family, the revelation could be devastating, shattering the trust they've placed in the KWAMI and potentially reopening emotional wounds that time still hasn't healed. Every word told could spark new conflicts, awaken old resentments, or even turn painful memories into something heavier. Duusu, therefore, finds himself in a delicate position. He must balance the duty of protecting the Miraculous secrets with the responsibility of preserving human feelings. Keeping the truth becomes, in a way, an act of mercy, even if it means carrying the burden of knowing everything alone. For a KWAMI, that's almost an existential dilemma, knowing too much but not being able to say anything, while watching humans stumble, suffer, and try to move on, never imagining what really happened behind the closed doors of the Agreste family. The Butterfly Miraculous. The Butterfly Miraculous is much more than just a tool for creating accumulist villains. It has huge potential for abilities that go far beyond the obvious. But these extra powers can only be unlocked if the holder knows exactly how to use them. Noir, the KWAMI tied to the Butterfly Miraculous, spent years in the company of evil holders. With all that experience, he's learned that not all knowledge should be shared. That's why he avoids revealing some of the most dangerous abilities of the Miraculous, not out of disloyalty, but to prevent his holder from becoming an even greater threat to the world. Before we keep uncovering the secrets the KWAMIs are hiding in Miraculous Ladybug, drop a comment below saying, "Butterflies!" The Snake Miraculous. The second chance power of the Snake Miraculous is both fascinating and dangerous. It allows the holder to rewind time as many times as they want, restarting events and trying to fix mistakes or make different decisions. But there's a cruel twist. The user's physical and mental exhaustion still builds up, even if time is reset. In other words, the holder's body and mind age and wear down as if each repetition had truly happened. It's like living multiple lifetimes in just a few hours, without escaping the real consequences. We saw this when Adrien used the Snake Miraculous and couldn't save Ladybug, spending months reliving the same adventure without getting the result he hoped for. Sass, the Snake KWAMI, most likely chose not to tell Luca all of this. Revealing the side effects could scare his friend or make him give up using the Miraculous, even when he might need it to fix something important. That's why Sass prefers to watch quietly, monitoring each use of the power and only stepping in when he notices Luca's fatigue starting to become dangerous. This approach from Sass blends caution and responsibility. He knows that teaching someone to use the full potential of the Miraculous without proper guidance is almost like handing a loaded gun to someone with no training. It's thrilling, powerful, and at the same time, incredibly risky. Emily's portrait. That Gabriel Agreste misses his wife, Emily, is no secret. Maybe his cruel way of being is, in some way, a consequence of such a deep absence. To cope with the pain, he keeps both physical and symbolic memories of her close at all times. There's a secret space in his home, a hidden garden behind a large golden portrait of Emily. There, Gabriel stores not only memories but also the Peacock Miraculous and his wife's old spellbook. It's almost a private sanctuary where the past and present blend together in silence. While everyone else believes Emily simply vanished, no one truly knows what happened. Only Gabriel knows the truth. That solitary knowledge fuels both his grief and his determination, shaping the reserved and controlling man everyone knows. Felix. At first, the main hero of the series was going to be Felix, a character who was later reworked during the development of the story. Even though he lost the role of protagonist, Felix didn't disappear completely. He was reimagined as Adrien's cousin, keeping his place in the series' universe in a different way. This change shows how Miraculous Ladybug went through important creative adjustments, reshaping characters and their relationships to better fit the narrative. Although Felix didn't become the main hero, he still plays an interesting role and adds new dynamics to the Agresti family, serving as a reminder of how initial ideas can evolve in unexpected and, often, very fun ways for fans. Cat Noir. In Miraculous Ladybug, some characters only show up in certain episodes, while others are around almost all the time. Marinette, of course, is the show's protagonist, and Gabriel, as the antagonist, makes sure the conflicts and plot twists keep coming. Without them, the show simply wouldn't work. Another character who's almost always present is the second protagonist, Adrien. However, he doesn't always appear in his human form. Many times we only see him as Cat Noir. Examples of this can be found in the episodes Queen Wasp Reporter and Furious Foo, where Adrien pretty much disappears as a regular boy, and the entire action revolves around Cat Noir. This creates an interesting dynamic in the series. While Marinette juggles her everyday life and the responsibility of being Ladybug, Adrien is sometimes only seen as Cat Noir, maintaining his mystery and reinforcing the charm of the hero who hides his true identity. The meaning of Dupain Cheng. In French, Dupain means bread, while in Chinese, Cheng means to make. Put together, the names form something like to make bread, a fun coincidence that fits perfectly with the Dupain Cheng family's profession in the series. It's funny to think that the creators might have chosen this name without going overboard on symbolism, but it still ends up being almost an inside joke for viewers who pay close attention to details. The bakery. The Dupain Cheng family bakery was inspired by a real bakery in Paris, famous for its irresistible pastries and croissants. This detail adds a touch of realism to the series, making the family's home setting more authentic and cozy, almost as if you could smell the fresh bread just by looking at the scenes. On top of that, the Parisian inspiration strengthens the series' cultural connection with the city, bringing in elements that are typical of France and the daily life of a real bakery. Croissants, baguettes, and colorful pastries aren't just visual decorations. They help create a charming, warm atmosphere, showing that the Dupain Cheng family isn't only talented with the miraculous, but also with the art of baking. Instagram. Marinette, Adrien, Alia, and Chloe all have fictional Instagram profiles that look incredibly real. They post photos and make references to events from the show as if they were actual people. And that's what makes it even funnier. Every update is packed with details that tie back to moments fans know well, almost as if they were truly sharing their lives online. The funniest part? Pretty much every main character has one of these profiles, except Nino. Still, he's never left out. He always shows up in posts with hashtags like Nino, and the production could easily create an official profile just for him. He would definitely post fun stuff, because Nino is without a doubt one of the funniest and most spontaneous characters in the group. You can easily imagine his stories teasing his friends or sharing funny moments skateboarding or hanging out at school. These secrets and fun facts about Miraculous Ladybug show that the series goes far beyond the battles against villains. If you love the animation universe, we've got 2 really cool videos you're going to enjoy. Thanks for watching, and see you next time!